It is because of the challenges of this world that a lot of young people find themselves in situations where they become vulnerable and exposed to certain things like decision-making processes in a world that is so distorted, acceptance into society, and general peer pressure. Jesus was very clear about this as he prepared his disciples at the time that he was leaving. In John chapter 16:33, he says to his disciples, "In this world you will face many tribulations, but behold, I've overcome the world." Mentorship at Set Apart is based on pillars. Pillars are important in a person's life because they give stability and direction, the same way that they do in a building. Here are real-life situations of young women just like you who had dreams but faced the tribulations of this world.
I'm coming from a place where I grew up without a dad, and mom was always there. Even though mom was in the world, like she would go out, drink, party, have many men come by and in the house, I remember one point when mom came home with some men and I would watch everything. So for me, I could say pornography started when I was at a very young age. I would see everything behind the scenes. I had a very good childhood where mom provided everything, but I didn't feel that love. The love was just immaterial. I knew I had to talk to somebody, but there was no one to talk to. So I continued living life as it was. So growing up for me was just a shattered dream. Even though I was happy on the outside, inside I was just broken and I was really hurt. Mom would leave me for when she goes for work and I'm coming back from school. She would tell her to take care of me, more like a babysitter or like a nanny. So then she says, "Oh, let's go inside the house." Then we entered inside the house. We went straight to her bedroom and I think we just started chatting. Then she moved closer and she started just touching parts of my body. And I don't remember resisting, but I remember getting shocked, like, what's happening or what's going on here. So from there she tells me it's okay to play like this. It's okay to do what we're going to do. People do it. So if people do it, meaning I used to see that with mom, or I used to see that, inside my home. So people do that and it felt normal. So she now undresses me and now we're on the bed and she starts touching and she starts kissing and she starts doing whatever she was doing. I just remember feeling like a part of me has been left out. It didn't feel good. It never felt right. There was no satisfaction or there was no pleasure. And this would go on for as long as she wanted to.
In 2012, I met this guy who I thought was the one. He was perfect in every way. He was the guy that I had been dreaming of. We started the relationship with God, like we would sometimes pray together and read the Bible, like over the phone and stuff. But then the moment we compromised, the moment that we slept together, it was as if God left the relationship. And when I would go to church and I'd sit there and I'd be like, this is nothing that I haven't heard before. I was a Christian. I was living for Christ. But then I sinned and it's as if I fell off the wagon and I didn't bother to get back on. I just started walking my own way. And I was in that relationship for about 10 months. And like towards the end of that relationship, I cheated on him. And when I cheated, I felt like I had become the villain in my own movie. I had become the bad guy. I had become the person who breaks dreams and hurts people. So I was still in that long distance relationship, and then I was cheating, and then he found out. I think I was the most passive member of Set Apart for a long time, because I would be there, I would be present in body, but in spirit I wouldn't be there. My heart was just closed to God and all things of God, and I really didn't want to hear anything he would say. The last time I had a drink was when I went for a house party or get together. I really wasn't. At this point, I'd started to make some decisions concerning my life, and I'd started to, want to get back to God. I started yearning for Him again. So when I'd made that decision to follow God again, a friend of mine asked me to accompany her to go and see her boyfriend at the time. And so we were there, we were drinking, and I drank a lot, and it was as if I was drinking for the rest of my life, to say goodbye to alcohol. And then I remember that it was the guy's brother. He came and we started talking, and then he took advantage of me. And I remember slipping in and out of consciousness, and I was so drunk I didn't have the strength to push him off or push him away or tell him no. I just was lying there, and I just let it happen, and I felt so vulnerable. I felt like I couldn't tell anyone.
Mom was a nurse, but worked for non-governmental organizations, so it meant she was traveling most of the times. She got a job in Malawi, and we would go there on holidays, with my brothers and my sisters and everybody. We celebrated Christmas together that year. We had our New Year's together. I remember she even took my sisters and I out for the displays that would be there by arcades. She picked us up, and because the time when she came, she had us move out of the house to rent it out so that she could get monies for our school, college, for my brother and I. So we were at her brother's house. So she decided that we go with her brother. And I remember that morning was a Saturday morning, January 5th, 2008. We left home in the morning, said goodbye to Auntie Anne and the girls, and I was in the front seat. Uncle was driving, and Mom was in the back. We never got to Malawi. Mom and Uncle died on the spot. I was the only one who survived. The time the car crash happened, I didn't know what to do. I was just numb. I couldn't feel anything. All I could smell was blood for 3 months. I couldn't use my right hand because it was broken, and I was in a plaster of Paris for a long time than usual. Doctors started to say things like they were going to put plates in my hand because the callus formation for my bone to get back together was taking long. I just became so angry and bitter with God. Every time anyone tried to pray for me, it didn't make sense. Every time someone tried to tell me God loves you, it just felt like you're lying. Because if he really loved me, why did he let me go through so much? Why do bad people live longer? How come they get to be with their kids and spend so much time, yet they can't even share the love of God with them? But what did I ever do wrong? I've had to accept the loss of things I've never had, like my father. And the one thing I had to be taken away from me harshly.
Through the help of camp, and we did prayer and fasting, and I was delivered. I'm now a child of God, so whatever, even if I'm born outside wedlock, your mother has got a different man, your father has got a different woman, and you're all over, your children everywhere, it doesn't matter. I'm now a child of God. So through that, I've been able to apply the word of God, and it's very possible that someone can come out through all of this just by accepting Jesus Christ and acknowledging that certain things have happened to you that you didn't like, but you can transform your life through Christ. I now have a family called Set Apart Girls. We laugh like crazy. I never thought I would have friends, but now I have friends. I never thought I would be accepted in an environment, but now I'm accepted. I don't see myself as if Sashi anymore.
The pillar of purpose will help you to understand that you're created for a unique purpose by God. The pillar of power is all about finding your power and strength in the Lord.
There is no tragedy that God can take you out of. And don't be quick to throw away the pain, because God always has a plan even for your pain. And there's always purpose. If only you wait on him to heal you fully, completely, you'll be able to stand and tell somebody else that you came out smiling from something that was tragic, something that could have killed you. But you came out smiling because he was with you the whole time. He never left you, he never forsook you. Even when you cursed and was so angry at him, he still held you because he knew he had a plan. So for me, a scar is a reminder that it really doesn't matter whether it's a limp or a scar like mine. God still has a purpose and a plan, and he never extends your days beyond purpose.
The pillar of place helps you to understand that every place that you're going to be found in is a place of assignment. Something is going to happen there.
I found myself really reaching for anything. I really needed a lifeline. I really needed someone to talk to about it. And that's when I reached out to Mom. I had already been reaching out to her concerning different matters and situations, but this time I really needed her, and she was there for me.
God has called you for a purpose that is unique to you. The pillar of people is all about learning how to identify and correctly position people in your life.
I have sisters in my Set Apart family who I just adore so much, and Mom who's always there no matter what. Even though I try to act like a tough little chick, she always tells me problems are okay, and I'll just let it all out. And I'm super grateful for this family. I never thought I would see a day when I would get along with so many girls on so many different levels. I always thought girls were difficult, but I'm so grateful that God changed my mind with Set Apart. I can dream again with my Set Apart family and not just me.
Now I can say that the Lord Anandi Doba, and I serve him with all my heart and all my body and all my mind and with just my everything. And I've truly reached that point of no return.
Set Apart has grown over the last 3 years. We have ongoing mentoring classes here in Zambia, Zimbabwe, South Africa, and very soon Malawi. Here in Zambia, on our calendar for next year, Set Apart wishes to have a recreational center where young people can hang out. And most importantly, we wish to have a recreational crisis center where young women can come in when they're in trouble. They will find a counselor readily available. If you are drawn to our vision and would like to partner with us, please contact us on +260 976 044 263 and +260 967 965070. You can also visit us on our Facebook page or send us an email on setapart.opportunities@gmail.com.